1 year after he left power, a conversation with Mikhail Gorbachev tonight.
Our final report tonight is about art and honesty and nearly half a century spent trying to right a wrong. ABC's John Donvan is in Moscow.
This is the story of a Russian soldier who brought home a treasure from World War II and has been trying to give it back ever since. Victor Baldin, now living in Moscow, recalls the early summer of 1945 in Germany when he was a captain in the Red Army, and the German nobleman's house his unit took for its headquarters, and what he found by the light of a candle scattered across the basement floor.
I thought it would just be junk, but when I saw a pile of drawings and began reading the signatures of Rubens and Rembrandt, I knew I'd found a treasure.
This is what Baldin had stumbled across: more than 300 drawings by Degas and Veronese and Dürer and Van Gogh that the Nazis had stashed in the basement for safekeeping in wartime. Victor Baldin, a 25-year-old architect and art lover, decided to take them home.
I had to get them out of there. Other soldiers were walking all over them. They would have been destroyed. So I emptied my suitcase and put the pictures in it.
Back home, Baldin was put in charge of reconstructing the gold-domed monastery of Zagorsk, while the fortune he'd found stayed in his dormitory room, in the suitcase, under the bed. Over the years, Baldin rose steadily as an architect through the ranks of communist society, the whole time convinced that the pictures belonged back in Germany. In 1948, thinking they'd be safer in professional hands, he transferred them to this Moscow museum where his friend was curator. But the authorities immediately locked the pictures away in a back room, and Baldin was ordered to tell no one of their existence.
In those years after the war, art became a hostage to politics. Personally, I think that art belongs to the people.
But still, Baldin campaigned to get the pictures returned to Germany. Today, he has a folder of letters he wrote to the Soviet leadership since Stalin's day. Now, thanks to the changes in Russia, he is making progress. For the first time in half a century, the pictures are on public view in St. Petersburg, and Russian President Boris Yeltsin has agreed in principle to return them to Germany. The only catch is that Moscow will demand in exchange art treasures that the Nazis took from Russia. As for Victor Baldin, who rescued an art collection now worth tens of millions of dollars, all he has left of the experience is the memory of a young man who slept with a fortune under the bed, a fortune he always thought should be shared.